So today we're working on the aakai s950 digital display, and let me see if I can show you my old one. This was the old display. You see the top here. That was one I bought, but these little things were so small I couldn't get onto them, so I had to buy another one. So this was the old one. Just put it back together, and it goes into the s950 right there. So what I did was I added these, but like you can see, they're really flimsy, so they didn't work. So I bought this Samsung unit right here, and one of the problems I was trying to figure out is where was the power. Power's right here. I used the black for the lead, blue for the negative, and then you plug it in with the tape right here on these 14 connectors. So right now I'm just trying to make sure everything is work. And there's a piece that I removed. This right here is the power inverter. Most of the lights or the backlight, this is the problem right here. So some people actually buy a new inverter and just put it on here, but these inverters, they run out after so many years. I've had this s950 since 1989, and it's been a workhorse for me. So if you're into sampling and stuff like that, so, and as you can see, I had to take off all the screws and get into the face. But I think I showed that on another video, as far as getting in. So just trying to make sure everything is connected perfectly before I start soldering and everything. So make sure all my connectors are lining up. This screen that I bought right here is an LCD screen. It's a newer technology. It's made by Samsung. I also have another one that I'm looking at using, and I'll show you that one real quick. This is my other one. So for those that don't know, these screens are LCD 40 by 2. That means they have 2 lines and they're 40 dot matrix all across. This one is like a LCD mix with LED. Freaking mosquito. And I bought it on eBay for $7.99. I could not figure out where the power was on here, but most likely it's going to be these right here. So right there. Alright, because it was the same on this. This is a Samsung 40 by 2. It already had the pins in it. This one doesn't have the pins, but I actually have the pins on the way in the mail. So if this one doesn't come out right, then this one will work. You need 5 volts. So as you can see, I cut this off of the inverter so I could connect it back there. That's your power right there. And if you look at the inverter, the power was cut from right here. So I'm eliminating the inverter, so it will just work on the power of the unit. Cool thing about this is this still works to brighten or darken or whatever, and we're just trying to see if it has the power that we need. Alright, I don't suggest this, but it's all cardboard, so it won't phase into any of the electronic components, and this has to sit out the way. So I turn this on, and you can see the screen comes on. also has power. And there's also a tape over it, so it's a little bit brighter than it was. And it looks pretty good. So I'm actually going to put it all back together. I don't like how that is going, but I haven't soldered anything because I just wanted to see it come on, power on. Now that I know it's powering on, it should be fine. Okay, so and that's a lot brighter than it was. But now that I've done this, I'm going to do the super LCD and see if that works. Because I'm suspecting this is probably the same screen that I removed from the unit. And it's an old technology. So this will probably last a lot longer. But I wanted that brightness. And if you go on eBay, they actually have the wires ready for you. And the connection, they're about 40 bucks. So, but just remember this is 40.2 or 40 times 2. So 40 lines across, 2 lines. Alright. And if you put that in LCD 40 times 2, you'll see a magnitude of screens pop up. And you just have to find the one that fits your unit. Alright. So everything looks good. I'm not even turning it up that much, and it's still, I can see everything. So once I take the tape off, it'll be brighter also. But this is the same color. This one right here is white and blue, so the lettering is actually white with the blue background. That's why I wanted to use that one. But you know what? I've been using this type of screen since I've had the machine, so it doesn't look funny to me. Also, what I did was, if you see these lights was here, I'm going to remove this disc, and I'm going to install this, which allows me to use the USB, and I'll get to that in a few. But anyway, right now I'm just working on the screen. So there you go. Alright. And this is like full light in the garage in the daytime, and you can still see the words and stuff, so that's a good thing. Yeah. And it seems to be switching through the screens and all that stuff. The inverters are really good because they kind of monitor the voltage, but most of these screens run off of 5 volts. So that's all you need coming off of this board, 5 volts. Alright, so you won't be doing anything unless you try to add extra power, but I'm not delving into all that stuff too. Plus I only use my sampler for brakes and drums and stuff, so anyway, that's it. S950 backlight display screen. So now I'm going to fit it all in, and I'll edit it back in a few so you can see when I fit everything in there. Alright, so actually, not the best solder job, but since I'm looking at it, it's the top is power, the lower is negative. That's why I changed the wires to black and blue. Alright, and then I cut this piece, and as you can see, it's not soldered already, but when I finish it, I'll solder it and put some wire on it, and then I'll run it back behind here, so the wire will run up through this circle and then to here. Alright, so there you go. It's not too bad. The most work I had to do was taking all these freaking screws out of this damn machine. It was ridiculous. So anyway, and then I'll leave it open because I'll work on the USB part right here. And you see I have it connected already, but I have to fit it into this slot so it doesn't move. Alright, anyway, DJ Fear, and I'll get back to you in a few. Later. Oh, and if you can, get you some of these little cheap spy glasses, because if you have enough light, it works really well, and you don't have to have your hands holding a video camera and trying to maneuver in and out. And you could also put a light over here so it could be brighter if you wanted to.